Hello, everybody. Joe the Lawyer here with a special request. Please like and subscribe because I have a contest going with Eric Tankar. All right. Whoever gets the 5,000 subs first, the guy has to buy the other guy a beautiful steak dinner with all the fixings and, of course, some high-end drinks, and also donate $100 to the other person's favorite charity. So I want to beat his ass. It's a friendly competition. So please click the like, subscribe button, comment, share it around, and help grow the channel. Totally appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. It's Joe the Lawyer from Analog Man Cave. Thanks for listening. And if I forgot to add that little bit of a video at the beginning of this about liking and subscribing, please like and subscribe. Trying to beat Eric in a contest here. We gets the 5,000 subs the first. So anyway, just wanted to touch base about a topic I mentioned the other night at our live stream on Friday night with the NPC Random Party Generator group. And that we're running a ShadowDark game. Well, Tim Shorts is running a ShadowDark game every Monday, and I'm going to post this on Monday. So in about 6 or 7 hours from now, watch the game, guys. It's fun. It's on my channel. It's on Tim's channel. We're simulcasting it on Paul, Flint Fireforge's channel as well. So watch it wherever you can, but watch it, please, because it's a good time. But anyway, I was mentioning the other day that basically I'm not a fan of ShadowDark, believe it or not, and yet I'm having fun, right? And how is that possible if you're not a fan of a game system and yet you're still having fun playing it? It doesn't make sense to some people, right? But I think it all comes down to the DM and some tweaks that DM makes and just the DM skill, as well as some things you could do as a player. So that's really what I wanted to sort of touch base about. You know, I'm going to talk about some of the things I don't like about ShadowDark, only to address how we handle them and how it makes it more fun. First of all, I just got to say it's a good game in a sense that it's a bridge game. I think it really, it has elements of 5e and the new school as well as old school elements. It sort of acts as a bridge between old schoolers and the new schoolers. So the new schoolers have a lot of the 5e kind of stuff they like, that's a little bit that's in there. And then the old schoolers, you have a simple game system, a basic game system. But here's a couple of things that I don't like. Really, it's all the things that make ShadowDark unique I don't like. It's kind of a weird thing like that. But I look at ShadowDark as old school essentials with some weird quirks like the torch stuff and the weird initiative stuff, as well as just some weird spell kind of stuff going on there. So all the weird stuff that I keep mentioning, weird, I don't like it. But touch base first on the torches. I understand it's a meta mechanic that 1 hour of game time, or I think Tim does it, a half an hour of game time equals an hour of torch or half hour torch time, and it burns down. It's weird. I don't agree with that. I like it to be within the game. Sometimes you'll spend a half an hour doing something in the game in our real time, but it's only like 3 minutes, right? And vice versa. So I rather just keep track of game time and have the torches burn down. But one thing I learned about torches, you never really give a torch to an NPC or a hireling because it gets dark fast when they fail the morale check and run away, and you get killed in the dark, like in Zork by a Gru, in the maze or whatever. So yeah, don't do that. But what I found out I'll do now is I'll just keep track on my phone. If it's a meta weird mechanic, I'm using my meta phone, and I'm just going to keep track of how much time we got left, and I'll make sure we light the freaking torch, and I'll always have enough torches. That's all. As long as my inventory can withstand it. I guess that's another thing too, the weird inventory system. It's instead of weight, it's by item. X strength equals X items, or whatever the hell it is. So I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mechanically make sense. Not you carry what a bunch of weapons, 15 weapons, or rations and torches. It's too weird. It's too meta. I guess that's really the common denominator. A lot of meta stuff. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'd rather just figure out how much is on you, what does it weigh, and where you're going to stow it. As long as you have places to stow it, the weight is within your strength, your strength limits of what you can carry. I think you're good to go there. But whatever. I mean, I have a high strength fighter, so that's my way of overcoming it, is to put my points into strength, so I don't really have to deal with not being able to carry so much. So the other thing I don't like is spell failure. Okay, like when I cast a spell, I know that somebody might make a saving throw. In old school games, always been a thing, but at least the failure is not on my end, right? The failure is on. It's not a failure by me. It's a success by them. I'm making their save. And so I guess that's my thing, is I just avoided the whole thing by just saying, I'm playing a fighter. I don't want to deal with the weird failure of a spell you know, and then you lose her for the day, or you lose her for, you have to repent if you're a cleric and make sacrifices of your firstborn child, whatever the hell it is. I know it's just not worth it, right? So not my thing there. Like I said, I just play a fighter and having a good time with that. So, you know, you get over the torches by having a high strength guy. You get over the spell crap with a fighter, and the inventory. You know, the inventory thing that goes along with the torch. You just have enough on you, right? You guys, one other weird thing is the randomization of things when you level up. Like, you should be able to focus on what you want to focus on as a character. I want to get better at attack. I want to get better at defense. I want to maybe work on an ability score and try to get, you know, stronger, faster, whatever, you know, Bionic Man kind of thing, right? Better, stronger, faster. But I rather focus on one. I don't understand why it would be random. If you as a player, you're really, really focusing on getting stronger, and yet you just get, you know, +1 to charisma. Well, why? Huh? How? It makes no sense, right? So I guess those are some of the big ones. You know, the other thing that Tim house ruled away already, he actually didn't like it either, was this initiative system for out of combat actions. That just went by the wayside. It didn't make much sense to go around the table or whatever initiative system he had because sometimes it just defeats the free flowing conversation and the immersion of the game, right? So I guess that's the big thing, you know, in terms of the mechanics and all that. But so, you know, even some of these workarounds are clunky, you know, pick a fighter, pick some strength, don't do a caster, have enough inventory for the torches, you know, deal with the fact that, you know, you're not going to focus on what you want to level up on and all that sort of thing. And, you know, once you get beyond those things, you're saying, well, shit, man, you're making so many freaking compromises and it's not the game that you would rather play. Would you rather play a wizard or something? Yeah, I pretty much always play a wizard. But the thing with this game is that, you know, just like me, the player is making some compromises. You know, it's a two-sided thing because I'm not saying Tim is making compromises. I'm just saying that he is getting us so much into the game, into the setting, into the adventures, into the NPCs, that he's such a good DM that I don't think about it, because the amount of time I spend focusing on mechanics is next to nothing. Right? I mean, it's a simple game. All right. Once you have the things on your character sheet, you click the attack button, you click the damage button, you click your skill check buttons, right? All the things that I'm talking about, you know, that I don't like about it are outside of combat, or they don't really affect social interactions or exploration or the overland travel or any of the aspects of the game. It's more character sheet stuff, right? So as long as I'm into the game, that's all that really matters. I make my compromises, and Tim just brings us right into his world and the horrors of the Comor Forest, which I've been playing it for several years now, and I really, really enjoy. I think we all do, if you're watching the game. And please do watch the game, guys. 7 o'clock Monday night. So you're hearing this video on Monday. So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, check in and listen to the video, because we're stuck in a tree. I just released, look at the video I released just prior to this on Sunday night, and you'll see, you know, the little recap of last week's session and where we're at. I'm stuck in a tree with a million zombies running 50 miles an hour below me. The rest of the guys. So it's kind of a shit situation. But like I said, though, Tim just brings us into there. I'm not worried about the fucking mechanics of how many torches I have if I'm stuck in a tree with a million zombies below me. I'm not worried about, you know, my progression and how I'm, you know, leveling up and what abilities I'm getting, if I'm so immersed into the NPC interactions, or if I'm so having so much fun dealing with the dungeon or his, you know, his tricks and traps and puzzles and everything else. So he just brings you in. And when I remember when he started the game, he was like, I haven't done this in a couple of years. I'm really rusty. I'm like, no, you're not, man. You're doing fine. And now I see what he means, because he's upped his game several levels. So it's a good time. You know, it's a good time. I hope you guys do join us and check it out, because we're really having a lot of fun, and we're going to do it every Monday. And it's just a good time. You'll get to give ShadowDark a really a good run, get a tires a test there, kick the tires and see what works and what doesn't, and just see a good DM run a good game with hopefully some good players who don't die. All right. But anyway, thanks for listening this much, guys. I appreciate it. 9 minutes about why I don't like something, how we're fixing it, and how to get to where I do enjoy it. All right. Thanks very much. And please do like and subscribe. I'm trying to beat Eric. All right, subscribers. First, when I get to 5,000, I get the steak dinner with all the fixings, and he has to donate $100 to my favorite charity. All right. Thank you very much, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.